Learning to play drums open-handed. That's coming up next. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Behind the Beat. My name is Chris Langan. Today we're talking about open-handed drumming. What is it? Why do people play that way? And what are some of the benefits? Well, open-handed drumming is basically changing the traditional way of playing a kit to an open style, okay? Most players play the hi-hat with their right hand, snare with their left, crossed over top like this. Open-handed would basically just be switching that. We're going to play the hi-hat with our left hand, snare with our right. Now, why do guys do that? Well, it depends. Some players that were born left-handed, got into the drums, they set their kit up right-handed because that's what they saw. They didn't know that there was a left-handed way of setting up a drum kit. So they set their kit up to a right-handed player's preference, and when they were learning their first beats, they just their instincts kicked in, and they just went to the hi-hat with their left hand rather than their right. And some players just developed that way. I have a few students that play open-handed just because they did that on instinct. Now, some other players will do it on purpose. In an effort to be able to reach other drums and do other things that you wouldn't normally be able to do playing traditionally. Okay, so it opens you up. You could play a fill while keeping a groove going. You're not going to get in your way or have to come underneath to reach a tom. It allows a very much more open style of playing. You can come across your drums and hit things over here that you normally wouldn't be able to do while you were playing, crossed over. So if you're just getting into this and you want to learn, we're going to go through just a couple basic beats, some things you might want to try to get you started. Now, the first thing you might want to do is consider the height of your hi-hat. If you have been playing traditionally, you may have your hi-hat set a little higher, to get it out of the way of your left hand. Well, you're going to want to drop it down a little bit so that you're not playing up here, okay? Have it set down, you don't have to go super low, but somewhere comfortable that you can hit on top of the cymbal, all right? All right, now, once you've got that set, let's try a basic eighth note rock beat. Okay, just eighth notes on the hat with your left hand, 2 and 4 on the snare, 1 and 3 on the kick. That's the first thing you want to try to do. Can we play a basic rock beat? Let's find out. All right, now for some of you that felt just fine. For others, you may be in agony right now, and it just felt so super uncomfortable. That's perfectly normal. Now, if that did give you a little bit of trouble, just work on that, all right? Get that going first. After you're able to play that, fairly easily, then what you want to do is basically just take all of those entry-level eighth note rock beats that you've ever played and just try playing them. Basically, shifting your bass drum to the different counts within the beat. So try it on a couple of ands. Try 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And and then try it on just the ands. Try it, on all the different possibilities you can. So let me show you an example. For most people, that's going to be the hardest thing to do, is play those basic rock beats and keep your eighth notes going with your left hand. Now, if that has come easy to you and you're able to do those things, then we can start branching out. You basically just want to take all those beginner drum patterns that you learned and reapply them with your left hand now being played on the hi-hat. Okay, so once you are able to play some of those basic patterns, then you might want to try some fills. Keep the eighth notes going. Try adding some toms into the groove. Something like this. What we want to really aim for is having the independence to be able to play whatever we want with our right hand while keeping the eighth notes going on our hi-hat. Okay? Once you're able to do that, then what you can start doing is playing some syncopated rhythms on the hi-hat. We're already over here with our left hand, so start bringing your right hand over in between your snare hits to add some texture. Something like this. One of the other really cool benefits of playing open-handed is adding a ride to the groove while playing your hi-hat. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but here's an idea for you. As you can see, once you get comfortable playing the hi-hat with your left hand, you can then reintroduce your right hand to the ride, and then pretty much just dance between the two, all while keeping the backbeat with whatever hand is free at that time. So I hope these examples have been helpful. I definitely think we'll dive a little bit deeper on this subject once you get familiar with playing open-handed. If you do have any questions or suggestions on material you want me to cover, just leave them in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you check out my website, chrislangendrummer.com. Until next time, we'll see you guys at the next lesson.